The Islamic world has long been a source of inspiration for European and North American artists and craft workers. Orientalism can refer to the ways in which the Orient has often been misrepresented in European and North American art and culture. The more politicized understanding of Orientalism was first proposed by the late Edward Said, the Palestinian-American soldier. He described the Orient as the place of Europe's greatest and richest and oldest colonies, the source of his civilizations and languages, its cultural contestant, and one of the deepest and most reoccurring images of the other. The exhibition at the British Museum examined the artistic movement known as Orientalism, in which subjects and styles of the Islamic world, specifically the Middle East and North Africa, were depicted or reimagined for Western consumption. From the 19th century onwards, growing interest in the Middle East and North Africa had a profound effect on European and North American arts and crafts. The increased availability of goods from these areas meant that such objects could be displayed in homes and artist studios, which often included title Oriental interiors. At the same time, craft workers in Britain, France, Italy, and Austria-Hungary created their own versions of older Islamic metalwork, glass, and ceramics, often copying varying degrees of accuracy. This taste was fueled by a wider literacy and artistic interest in the Islamic world, expressed through stories, especially the 1001 Nights. Such depictions in the Middle East and North Africa led artists and their customers to believe in imagined rather than real people and places. Although some 19th century objects were created to look very different from those who inspired them, others aimed to be exact copies. In this case, the French ceramicist Deck has created a near-perfect imitation of an Ottoman plate attributed to the master of hyacinths. The close adherence of earlier works can be seen as a tribute to the highly skilled yet unknown craft workers who created such pieces. This ceramic piece is based off inlaid metalwork of the 1300s, the basin on an original from Egypt or Syria, and the bowl on a Persian example. French ceramicist Theodore Duc was inspired by the publications and museum displays of Islamic art and design. At times, his connection to the pieces was more than personal, as he was inspired to learn about what described as Persian techniques from a broken tile in his possession. Between 1861 and 1873, his work was shown in a number of international exhibitions, including Paris, London, and Vienna. I chose the ceramic piece as my topic of discussion because I thought it was interesting that Deck gained international recognition for his work, although its creations were essentially stolen from other cultures. For example, this dish was inspired by the Turkish, but is celebrated as French culture. It is interesting to learn about the origins of many beautiful pieces are not necessarily what Americans tend to think.